so much for tuning in. Happy Friday. We're going to get things started with a terrific giveaway. Before we do that, please help me welcome Gladys and Ron Browning. We're going to talk to you all about some important things, but before we do that, check these tickets out.
All right.
NHL Alumni Benefit Game.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Wouldn't you love a pair of these?
Yes, I would. I would definitely love. Oh, look at that, Scotiabank.
Yes,
the sponsor.
They are one of the sponsors.
That's
it's happening
wonderful.
Friday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. at the Powerade Center. And if you want to be part of this, I have 6 tickets to give away. Random callers, give us a call, 905-361-5120. Who was your favorite hockey player growing up?
Growing up?
Yeah.
Maurice Richard.
Who?
Maurice Richard.
Oh, from the Montreal Canadiens.
Yep.
He is amazing. Did you have one, Gladys?
No, not really. I suffered with my brothers and my father watching hockey, but
Really?
I never got into that, no.
Well, guess who I'm interviewing next week?
Who?
Rick Vive is going to be on the
Very
show
good.
next Wednesday.
That's
and
Very
wonderful.
good.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
And again, it's all for the NHL alumni game.
Excellent.
Amazing. All right, so enough about that. Let's talk about you. All right, so you're here because there's an event coming up, which is the Pink Angel Cancer Fundraiser.
Yes.
Now, let's start with your story, Gladys.
Well,
okay.
just a little bit of intro. Pink Angel denotes, pink denotes breast cancer.
Yes.
Which unfortunately is not what I have. I have lung cancer.
Okay.
Non-small cell squamous carcinoma. I'm in stage 4. But that sounds terrible, doesn't it?
It does sound terrible.
It's not.
Okay.
It's only as bad as what you want it to be.
So perspective is important.
Very, very important. You need a positive outlook. I was told by the oncologist, if you go home and lie down in bed, you're going to die.
Oh, my
If you
goodness.
keep a positive outlook and you keep your normal routine, your exercise, you eat healthy, you take your treatments, you're going to live a long time.
Now, when did you find out that you had lung cancer?
Well, it all started in December of 2011. I had a very bad cough.
Okay.
I went into our family doctor who sent me, basically he didn't send me anywhere. He told me that I had a viral infection and nothing would help it. Well, then January, the cough got much worse. I was choking.
Oh, my goodness.
We went back in and we insisted on an x-ray. And a few days later, the call came to say that they found 2 dark spots.
What was your feeling at that moment? Over the phone?
Over the phone. My life was about to end. You go through a whirlwind of emotions as an individual and as a family. And then we went off to the oncologist, and you go through scads of tests, CAT scans, bone scans, mammograms,
Ron,
biopsies.
what was your, when Gladys came to you and told you?
I was really shocked. It was, the doctor phoned the house, and he said, I need to talk to her now. I said, well, she's not home, she's working. And he said, well, I need to talk to her in the next half hour. This is my private number. I need her to phone
Oh, my
me
goodness.
right away. I knew then that there was something wrong.
Right.
But, it was quite a shock.
And were you healthy before this?
I was fine.
Yeah.
I was fine. There was no symptoms. There was no breathing problems, no pains in chest. Nothing that she would think.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, it would just
There was
think
no
of
cancer in the family at all.
viral infection. Basically, there is no antibiotics. You just let it run its course. And this one didn't run its course. It just kept going. It got worse and worse.
Oh, my goodness. But you were saying that the treatment that you have been receiving has been great.
The first lot of chemo that I received, there was 2 chemo drugs that I would receive one day or 1 week. The second week I would receive the third. And then I would have a week off.
Oh, my goodness.
The unfortunate part of it is all drugs, whether it's chemo or any other drug, they do have side effects.
Yeah, what were you going through during this time?
Well, I thought I was doing quite well until I woke up the wee hours of one morning and I was coughing up profuse amounts of blood.
Oh, my goodness.
Upon a trip to the hospital, where they did a lot of x-rays and blood work, they discovered that I was bleeding from the lungs.
Oh,
The
my goodness.
red blood cells and white blood cells were down, and I needed transfusions and injections to get everything stabilized.
Right.
And it was caused by the chemo.
And again, Ron, what were you thinking during all of this? Were you scared?
Yeah, I was scared.
Yeah.
I was very nervous. It takes a while because of at the hospital, because of the chemo and whatnot. They have to follow a certain protocol. And it seemed to take a long time to get her in, but they finally, as soon as they found out what was wrong, it didn't take very long to get her in, get her admitted to the hospital, and get the white blood cells and the red
back up.
Yeah. They ordered it right away and started her on the treatments. And
How can you during this time, because you were saying even off camera, you know, perspective is so key. And it's great that you have a support system in Ron. It seems very positive. But how do you stay positive? How do you stay calm?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. You go through a gambit of emotions. You think you're going to die tomorrow. You go through the depression. You relive your childhood because you don't know whether you're going to be around to live much longer. But the support of family. I have two of the strongest kids you would not believe. I don't know where the son gets it from. He came into the hospital and he looked at his father and he said, okay, this is what we're going to talk about with you. And he looked at me and he said, you just sit there and shut up. He said, we will deal with you later. And he kind of rambled off things to his father and said, this is what you need to do and this is what I'm going to do and I'll talk to Candace and have her do these things. Right. And this is the way that it's going to be. And we're a phone call away. You need us, you call us.
That's
I
powerful.
don't know where they got that strength from because
that's powerful.
I don't remember them being like that. It is powerful.
That is really beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's an event coming up. Let's talk about that quickly.
It's Pink Angel fundraiser for the cancer. It's being held by the Royal Canadian Legion 609. And it's a gambit of different things on Saturday, and there's a pancake breakfast from 9 to 11.
Are you going to be cooking?
no, I'm not. There's other people are, but I'll be there probably to do some help.
Eating's good. If you want to volunteer, we'll gladly accept you.
I don't think you've seen me in the kitchen. It's awful.
Well,
but
that's
go on.
all right.
Okay.
You just join
fake
in. Yeah,
it?
nobody
Okay.
will notice. Then from 12 till 4 is our kids' activities. Then from 6 to 9 is a dance. They will be having 50-50 draws. A guest speaker, who is a gentleman who is currently suffering with breast cancer, which is very rare. Yes. And he's going to be giving us a little talk on what he's going through and what his perspectives are. And I think it's going to be an amazing night. The ticket sales are going very well.
Good.
And the money is going towards breast cancer, and it's also being shared with the Cancer Society.
Perfect.
For other research purposes.
You guys are such a lovely couple and an amazing team. You definitely have touched my heart, so I'm glad that you're making it through.
Well, I have good news. I've got to give you good news.
Okay, really quickly.
Really quickly. I had a CAT scan recently.
Yes.
My tumors have shrunk.
Yay!
And I had radiation on one tumor, and it has actually opened up an airway. So my breathing is much easier.
Good.
So you know there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
There is.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us that we need to stay positive in life. Positivity can change the world. Thank you so much. We have lots more coming up on Daytime, so stay tuned. Certified, Paramount Fine Foods is founded on fresh and healthy Middle Eastern Mediterranean cuisine. Paramount Fine Foods. The difference is paramount.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Hey Canada, I'm George Strombolopoulos.
My name is Tricia Helfer.
I'm Kim Coates.
I'm Chuck Hughes.
It's Sandra Oh.
I'm Mark McKinney. Help fill the cup.
Hi Canada, I'm Gabrielle Miller. Come on, fill the cup.
Pass the cup.
Please fill the cup, Canada.
Canada, pass the cup.
Come on, Canada, let's fill the cup. Fill the cup.
Fill the cup.
Let's fill the cup.
Let's fill the cup.
Let's fill the cup.
Let's fill the cup.
Rogers TV connects with and engages our audience while you effectively promote your business with high-frequency exposure at the lowest industry rate. Rogers TV provides a unique marketing strategy that reflects your business with the best match from our program lineup. We offer several promotional opportunities from TV ads to on-air guest appearances to social media and to the web. Give us a call today at 647-747-0041. Promote your business on Rogers TV. Welcome back to Daytime. Now, of course, the cold and flu season is upon us. Here to help us build our immune system is one of my favorite registered holistic nutritionists, Caroline Farquhar. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's get into the cold and flu thing. What's the difference, first of all, between a cold and a flu? Because I can never tell.
The flu is like you get the aches and the pains. You get some of the same symptoms and the runny nose and stuff like that. But that usually also has a fever involved as well. The cold could just be in your head. Maybe it's just in your chest. And you're getting more of the coughing and those sorts of things.
Oh.
But this year, it's been absolutely brutal.
Yeah, why? Is it just the strain?
I got struck down.
No.
I know, of all things. I'm like, no. Stress got me in the long run. That's what kind of, did it for me. I was doing everything right, but stress really weakens your immune system, and so I got it.
I was just going to say, so even though we're eating really well and exercising, you're still not immune to cold and flu if you're stressed.
Yeah, stress, I'd say, is one of the biggest things that can be a detriment to your health and your system. So stress relieving things are really good. And I meditate, I do yoga, I do all those things. But in this case, I got it right around Christmas time. My dad's just recently been diagnosed with lung cancer.
Oh, my goodness.
My brother-in-law almost chopped off all his fingers in the snowblower. And then it was just like, snap, and then I got it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. So, again, so in those extreme stress situations, did you learn anything? Is there something that we can do to chill out?
Yeah, one of the things is, stay calm.
Try to stay calm.
Stay calm and just, again, breathe. Take those moments to just relax, take a deep breath. That alone will tell your body, send signals to your body to just relax. So those things help. Keeping up with supplements. So I didn't have it as long as someone who maybe doesn't take supplements and maybe isn't eating properly or sleeping properly. So one of the things, the vitamin C is key. Like we hear that a lot, definitely. Yeah. Probiotics, I take probiotics every day. They're the little bacteria that keep our immune system strong. Okay. So I keep up with that. So keeping up with your regular regimen and taking the rest. Just saying, I'm not going to go to work today. I'm not going to be a hero today. I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to sleep this off.
Yeah, do you think a lot of people, that's what they sort of fall into is, I can't take a day off of work, so I need to go into work, and then they just get drained and more drained?
Well, they get drained and then they spread it around.
Oh, yes! Don't you love those coworkers?
Oh, yes. Like, I'm a hero. I'm a martyr. And then you're like, great. And now you're passing it around, and then the rest of the workforce gets sick, which guess what? Adds stress.
Yes, because it's recycled air a lot of the time, right? Yeah. Okay. So what is a probiotic? Let's start there.
Probiotic, they're tiny microscopic bacteria, and it literally means for life. Okay. And what they do is they protect our bodies. So we've got good bacteria, we've got bad bacteria in our bodies. We have about 10 trillion cells. We have 100 trillion bacteria.
Whoa, can you say that again?
We have 10 trillion cells.
10 trillion cells.
100 trillion bacteria.
And 100 trillion bacteria.
We are 10 times more bacteria than we are cells. If you took all the cells out of your body, you'd still be standing because of the bacteria.
That's disgusting, actually.
No, it's not. A lot of it's good. A lot of it's good. So the key is to have more good than bad.
Okay, so we do have bad and good in the system.
Yeah, so it's when there's an imbalance that there's a problem. So it's when stress is one of the things that kills it off. Antibiotics, opposite of probiotics, kills it off. Poor diet, not getting enough sleep, all of those things, even poor water, quality water, all those sorts of things are killing off the probiotics that are protecting us. And so supplementing is a really good idea. Yogurt, great idea. You'd have to have as much as this whole
Like a
table.
truckload.
Yeah, to really make a big impact. So supplementing with probiotics is something personally that I think is one of the most important things that you can do to your health.
Okay. There are a few though. There's the probiotics that you can find on the shelf, and then there are those that you can find in the fridge. What's the difference?
It depends on if there's a special coating. Like a lot of probiotics, especially if they're shelf stable, look to see if there's some sort of enteric coating that's protecting them so that they're shelf stable. So usually they're freeze dried, they're protectively coated so that it survives on the shelf, but also survives through your stomach acid to get to the part where they're going to start to repopulate. So that's
so if it doesn't have that, it's dead.
Yeah, you don't know how viable they're going to be at date of expiry. So the good thing in Canada about the national health, you know, we've got NHPD guidelines now and having natural product numbers, is that you have to prove that there is what it says on the label is going to be there by the time of expiry. So that's great. So that would be for refrigerated and for shelf stable. So in Canada, we're very lucky in that regard.
Okay, so it's important to read the label or ingredients. What are we looking for to make sure that it's a good one?
Actually, the label will really tell you what else is in it. I look for things where there's not a lot of excipients. There's not a lot of binders or fillers or things that don't need to be there. I don't need the flavors. I don't need the colors. I don't want that. It's on my tongue for 2 seconds.
Right.
So I want the real ingredients that are in there and nothing else.
Okay.
You want to look for different strains. You want to look for more than one type of strain. Because we have trillions in our body, taking just 1 or 2 strains, that's great, but the more the better.
Okay.
And then the higher the culture count. So let's say 50 billion is a high culture count. That's really good for people with Crohn's, IBS, colitis, those sorts of things. That's the one that I would say that people in high-stress lifestyles should take every day because it's going to replenish the good bacteria as maybe they're being killed off.
So with Crohn's, getting back to that, why are probiotics good for them?
It helps to build up the good bacteria in the digestive tract. If there's an overgrowth of bad bacteria, it can cause fermenting, gas, bloating, pain. Could set up the environment for inflammation, which is what causes
Crohn's.
The cascade of symptoms.
Oh, I see. And if you're constipated too, I would imagine that also helps for that, just to stay regulated?
Of those 100 trillion, about 99 trillion live in your colon.
What?
Most of them live in your colon.
You should have brought that picture back of the colon. I will never forget that. That scarred me for life.
Next time.
So it's all in there. All the bacteria is in there. Do you know why that is? Or
that's kind of, that's where they like to reside. So some live hardly any in the mouth, maybe about 1,000 in the mouth. And different types of strains. So the bacteria in your mouth are going to protect your gums and your teeth and the stuff that we eat and the sugar and all that stuff. It protects. So there's probiotic gums out there, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah. So you can chew probiotic
You're going to stick around. We're going to talk more about how to build our immunity and probiotics. So please come on back. It's a quick break, so stay tuned. Yay. Okay.
We believe that where you watch TV should be up to you. With Rogers Anyplace TV, you can watch more TV shows right on your smartphone. Whether it's kids programs, exclusive content, live sports, or primetime shows, Rogers Anyplace TV gives you up to 45 live and on-demand channels right on your smartphone, leaving the choice of where to watch TV entirely up to you. Download the Rogers Anyplace TV mobile apps from your app store and start watching today.
Business is like poker. One bad deal and you could be out of the game. Don't fold just yet. Let David Boychuk help you stack the chips in your favor.
It's business, and I'm all in.
In the Canadian winter, wildlife is never very far away. Some species are easy to spot. Active animals leave prints in the snow. Some of them have wide paws, like snowshoes. Others hibernate all winter. Many species have adapted to life in the cold, so go out there and enjoy winter wildlife. And that's just a start. To learn more about winter wildlife, visit hww.ca.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Well, welcome back. We're talking about how to build our immune system during the cold and flu season. Please help me welcome back Caroline Farquhar. How are you?
Good.
Now that you've grossed me out knowing that all the bacteria is in the intestines. Fun.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so how do probiotics, I guess, protect, build the immune system?
Well, we hear that 70 to 80% of our immune system's in our digestive tract. So what probiotics do is they surround and neutralize any pathogens that come into the body.
Okay.
If it gets past that stage, they line your intestinal tract like little soldiers.
Okay.
So they protect your intestinal tract from the invaders getting through into the bloodstream. If it does get past that stage, they crosstalk, they send a message to your body to mount an immune response. So once you realize that connection, you realize how important it is to have a good bacteria in there to protect you during the cold and flu season.
So, okay, so just to recap a little bit. So when the body realizes that it doesn't have enough, then what happens? It signals to do what exactly?
If the probiotics, if they've been able to, the pathogens, anything bad, nasty virus, is able to get into the bloodstream,
yes.
What the probiotics do is they send a message, they crosstalk, they communicate.
Okay.
And they send a message to the body, okay, mount an immune response. You need to kill whatever this virus is that's in the body.
Okay.
So that's how they work
So
together.
is that through inflammation maybe even?
Yeah, they actually help reduce inflammation.
Okay.
They help produce vitamins. They help, they do so many things. They help with constipation.
Oh, wow.
There's so many things that probiotics do that it's, again, you're thinking, oh, it's just yogurt. And then you start realizing all the different things that they do, and you're like, wow, I can't believe that I'm not doing this every day. I'm not taking this every day.
Right. When I'm watching the commercials, the yogurt commercials, and there are many, I don't know, sometimes I think it couldn't possibly do what it says it's doing. Would you agree, disagree, educate me? Because I don't know which yogurt to choose.
That's a touchy subject. I tend to agree, and you see there's court cases over that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are, some yogurt companies that have been brought to court over the claims that they've made from yogurt.
Right.
Yes, probiotics do that, but have they put enough of the probiotics in their product to make that claim?
Okay.
That's where the problem comes in. Yes, of course, probiotics are great, but you need to have a certain amount to get the result you're looking for.
Okay. So which yogurt, I mean, not specific brands, but I mean, when we're trying to pick a yogurt, what are we looking for?
Pick unsweetened.
Okay.
Sugar kills the immune system. It paralyzes white blood cells, actually.
Oh.
That's what sugar does. So that's why a lot of people get sick around Halloween. You're getting that next round of the flu.
Oh.
It's because kids are all hopped up on sugar. Their immune systems are shot because the sugar actually will paralyze white blood cells.
And then we do it again during Christmas.
Exactly. It happens when you start school, then at Halloween, then Christmas. Guess what? Valentine's Day yesterday.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Right.
So it's kind of, you can see the cycle, right? So one of the things that you want to be looking for with the yogurt is, stay away from the flavorings and the colorings and the sugars. So unsweetened yogurt is great because you can add fruit to it. You can add nuts to it. You can add things to it that are going to be healthier for you.
So natural sugars are okay. It's just the artificial sweeteners or sugars.
Again, in moderation.
Okay.
Moderation. I think that we're getting way too much sugar in our diets nowadays.
In
general. Because it's coming from places we don't think about. It's the pastas and the breads. They count as sugars.
I
they're
never thought of that.
carbohydrates. They turn into sugar in the body.
Oh my goodness.
It all adds up.
So even the brown rice, is that better, or brown
Brown
pastas?
rice has more nutritional value in
But
it.
still.
Yes. But again, you want to pay attention. Take the carbohydrate content.
Yeah.
And then you subtract the amount of fiber in it, and you divide by 5.
Okay.
And that's how many teaspoons of sugar are going to be in that.
I have to write that down before you go. Okay, so say that one more time. I need to make a mental note because I'm slow.
Okay.
Yep.
You take the total carbohydrates on a label.
Yep.
You subtract the fiber.
Okay.
Okay, because that's free. And then you divide that total by 5.
By 5.
And that's how many teaspoons of sugar.
Wow.
It will change the way you eat.
That is crazy. So, okay, so probiotics obviously are important. How much of it are we supposed to be taking on a daily basis?
It really depends on your lifestyle. I'd say if you've got a condition, you're wanting to look more in the 50 billion category. So constipation, IBS, Crohn's, colitis, high stress, those sorts of things, you want to be taking the higher end. No, if you don't need as much, maybe you only need 6 billion or 12 billion. So it really depends on your diet, your lifestyle, if you're getting enough sleep, those sorts of things. How high is your stress? Because stress is going to affect it too.
So if we're under a lot of stress, do we pair the probiotic with a B supplement or something?
Yeah, that's a really, really good idea. Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Wonderful. And then for kids, so when should we be introducing probiotics to children?
As soon as possible.
Yes?
Especially, well, especially if a child has been cesarean born. So when a child is born, they have no bacteria in their body. They got it from their mom. It's their mom's bacteria that protected them in the womb and protects them for about the first 3 months of their life.
Okay.
So if when they go through the vaginal tract, that's when they get their first dose of probiotics. That starts protecting them right away. If they're cesarean born, they're not going to get that.
Oh.
And by the first 2 years of life, their microbiotic footprint is basically set. So those kids that aren't breastfed and they're cesarean born, they're kind of behind the gun. They're the ones that get, you know, the ear infections, the allergies, the sinus infections, throat infections.
Oh, no.
They're the ones that tend to get sicker more often, and it's because they don't have those little soldiers, that little army in there protecting them. So getting them on, there's powdered probiotics, there's chewable probiotics, there's a lot of options out there now, which is great.
Okay, so a newborn can still have probiotics, and if cesarean born, very important that they get that.
Yeah, and they're
obviously
adding
powdered, right?
probiotics to supplements. So you can see it in like formulas and stuff like that. They've added probiotics to it, and there's a reason for that.
Right. Okay, and that's still healthy because again, sometimes I'm always thinking that it's just marketing. Oh, there's probiotics, but are they live? Are they viable? Right?
That's the thing I question all the time. I really do. So when it comes to supplementing, I'm a holistic nutritionist. I do believe we should be getting most of our nutrients from our food, but there's a time and a place to supplement. Fish oils are one of them, probiotics is another. Those are the two that I would absolutely supplement with.
Okay, so how else can we build our immune system with what other things?
Adequate rest, making sure that, you know, if that means going to bed a little earlier every day, toning it down, like reading before you go to bed instead of watching the news, freaking out and then lying in bed.
Like that asteroid that's coming towards us at 2.
Well, there was one that
already hit.
Russia,
Yeah, so turn off the news.
Yeah. Okay. Don't stress yourself out before you go to bed.
Yeah.
So again, stress. Try to cut down on your stress. Meditate. You know, deep breathing, yoga, those sorts of things. Eating well, staying away from the processed, fried, refined foods. Those things that zinc is good. Yeah, your B vitamins. You mentioned that before.
Okay.
Those things that help with stress is a really good idea.
Thank you so much for
being
having here.
me.
You're going to be back in a month. She's going to have some other fabulous things to talk to us about. We have a fashion show coming up next, and my own MJ, our crew, is going to be one of the models. So come on back. Certified Paramount Fine Foods is founded on fresh and healthy Middle Eastern Mediterranean cuisine. Paramount Fine Foods. The difference is paramount.
If you drive, then you know how frustrating filling up can be. Those sudden price jumps always seem to catch us off guard. So if you're looking to save, is a hybrid the answer? While the concept is appealing, the prices aren't. At $40,000 a pop, they're expensive, although government rebates can soften the blow. Still, a regular, fuel-efficient compact car costs about a third of that. hybrids can save you on gas, but it'll take you time before you start to see those savings. Given the initial cost of a hybrid, you'd have to spend $4,000 a year in fuel on a regular car before you start to save. That's enough to power a car 55,000 clicks, 20,000 more than the average driver in a year. So if driving an environmentally friendly car is important to you, then go ahead. But if it's savings you're after, then a smaller car is probably the way to go.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Daytime Now. Naseeb Wedding Show is taking place next weekend. Here to help celebrate with us is Shazia Khan. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I love these sparkly earrings.
Yes, they are. I mean, I just feel like you can wear anything, put a big pair of earrings on, and you look like you're dressed to go.
You do. And the shoes? Yes. Killer shoes. I'm a shoe fanatic. So
well, it's accessories, right? You can wear anything, as I said, just plain and dress it up.
Love it. Okay, so before we get into these spectacular models that you've brought in today, I want to talk about the wedding show in general. Okay, so what are we going to see next Sunday?
Well, we have 60 exhibitors. It's a wedding and lifestyle show. So it's not just about clothes, it's jewelry, it's even real estate agents, RESPs, RSPs, it's a food lounge, it's everything you would want. There's florists, there's decorators, so everything you would want for a wedding and beyond.
Right.
And it's not just about the bride and groom. It's about the people that are going to attend the wedding with them.
Oh, nice.
So it's not just about, the bridal outfit or stuff like that. So, and actually, we're excited this year. We actually have a company on board that's doing just men's suits. So we'll have a men's only fashion show as well.
I like that. You should have brought them in with you today.
Well, you have to come and see them there, right? We have to hold on to something.
Got it. You're teasing us.
Yes.
That's smart. She's smart. Okay, let's talk about weddings in general. Have you noticed certain trends when it comes to bridal gowns or?
Okay, a lot of people, at least for our traditions, either you go the red. But it's not like the olden days where you wear the red and you've got so much jewelry on. It'll be a simple red with one simple diamond or just a simple,
Yeah.
just to kind of give that elegant look. Or what they'll do is they'll go with subtler colors, but lots of work then.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they've been doing lately.
I like that.
And of course with the accessories, with the purse and the shoes and,
We're going to see some accessories in a little bit. Now, what about venues? Have you noticed that people are going big or smaller now?
You know what's really good about the venues that I've looked at recently? They'll have the 4 or 5 halls, and you can corner off as much as you want, So it's not bad, but I've been seeing a lot bigger weddings lately.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Like hundreds of people attending. That's great.
Minimum. Yeah, minimum 300. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I need to come to one of those weddings.
You do need to come, definitely. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yes. Okay, well, we're talking about accessories today and jewelry. So let's bring in our first model, and then you could show us what's in trend and why. So she's gorgeous.
Well, this would what a typical bride would wear. As you can see, the headpiece, it's on the side. It's called a jhumar, and that's like a whole headpiece. And then the front is called
Let's
the
see
tika.
the side one again.
The side one, yeah.
Yes.
And then on the front there, it's called the tika.
Okay.
This is what a typical bride would wear, and then she's got that big set,
Okay.
Generally, to wear a big set, a person attending a wedding would wear it. It'd be the bride herself.
So this is the side one that you're talking about?
That's right, yeah. Just kind of glamorizes the whole head,
And everything matches together.
It has to.
It has to.
And these are semi-precious stones, and they're 22 karat gold. They're set on. They're actually 22 gold plated.
Okay.
Because you know what? But lately, it's very expensive to get jewelry. Very, very expensive. So, I mean, this is a high-end costume.
This necklace.
It's very nice. And a lot of people actually, if you put just a black dress on and just wear that to a gala, even.
Yes.
You could do that. Not the headpiece and stuff, but just the necklace.
And what about what she's got on the arm? That's gorgeous too.
Oh, that's what I said. That's a typical wedding. Typical bride. Yeah, typical bride would wear that. Just so it looks nice, right? Like you have every part of your body is decorated.
Could you actually wear that even if you weren't getting married, the hen?
You could if you really wanted it to, but
I do.
Okay, then go ahead.
I love that. It's gorgeous.
It is nice, but it's generally reserved for the bride.
Okay.
We'll have to get you married and
and hook me up with that. Okay.
Yes, then we'll get that.
Lovely. And again, we see the red. So thank you so much. That was gorgeous. And then we have another model. So is gold still big?
Gold is very big. Gold will always be big because gold is a commodity that you give your child.
Okay.
You know gold's never going to go down to the point where it's crashed, you know? So gold is a commodity.
Okay, so what are we seeing
now,
here?
Here, this is a very different kind of a set. This is also semi-precious. But as you notice, it's not as gold as much as they focus more on the stones itself. Do you see the stones are bigger in this one?
Yes.
You see?
And why is that?
It's just a different look.
Just
Some people prefer to have more stones and less gold.
Okay.
Some people want more gold, less stones. So this is just another alternative.
I like the headpiece. It's very simple.
Yes.
Is that typical, or is that just...
No, this is what I mean. Like some brides, what they're doing is they're going for the more subtle look. And so they'll have the more precious stones and just a very simple tika on the side. And you notice she doesn't have the thing on the side of her head.
Yeah, no.
Because she wants to stay more simple.
Oh,
so it just totally depends on you. But the earrings are big. See? There has to be some parts that have to be big.
Okay, so if she had a big headpiece, would she still go big earrings?
She shouldn't, because it would look too much.
Right. Yeah. That's a little overdone.
Yeah, especially because her necklace is so big too and such big stones that it just wouldn't look right.
And again, it's the red stone that we're seeing.
That's right. It's typical wedding color.
I love the ring too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. We have another model.
We have 2 more models.
2 more, I know. Let's bring in the next one. Oh, wonderful.
Now, this one is like, okay, wear that to a wedding, or what happens is right after you get married, you have all these like fancy dinners you have to go to. So she's got the sari on.
Okay.
And she's got her little clutch.
I love the clutch.
The clutch to go with it. And she's got 2 sets on, not just one.
Oh.
But they're smaller. Do you see?
Okay, let's take a look at that. So that's the clutch.
That's
beautiful.
the clutch.
And then we're looking at the necklace now? Is that what you mean? The
Yes,
head?
there's 2 of them. She's got a smaller one here, and then she's a longer one.
And why did you do that?
Because typically on saris, when you have a sari on like that, you need a bigger piece, just to kind of accentuate the sari and the look.
Okay.
So she's got that on, and because she's a new bride, she'll have that plus the small one.
Okay.
If you weren't a new bride, you would just have the long one on.
Right.
But because it shows that she's a new bride, she's got both, and she's got, again, that headpiece, the tika, in front, to show that she's a new bride.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we have one more model, and this is our very own MJ from In Studio. She looks lovely.
But as you can see, this is not about the bride. This is about somebody who would be coming to the wedding who are dressed up. See? Her earrings are not as big.
Okay.
Still the semi-precious.
That's still
22
big,
gold.
But not as big.
Not as big.
Okay. And different color. It's not red.
No, it's not. See? And same thing. This comes down a little lower, and yet it's smaller.
That's so gorgeous.
Yeah. So this is for somebody who's attending the wedding or like a very big party. You'd want to dress yourself up. That's what you would wear.
And no headpiece. But I love, look at the bracelet.
The bangles are, so because she's more simple, the bangles, you need to put something on.
And still gold.
Yes, yes.
And I love the ring as well.
Yeah, because if you're going to wear diamonds, then you've got to have a diamond necklace. You can't have diamonds in your hands and diamond, it has to match.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so again, it's taking place February 24th at the Woodbine Convention Center. That's the Naseeb Wedding Show. Thank you so much for being here, bringing your fabulous models.
Oh, no, thank you for having me, and I hope to see everybody there.
I'll be there.
And we can dress you up, too.
You could dress me up.
There we go.
Any chance to wear a necklace like that in the yes, perfect. Thank you. Hook me up. We have lots more coming up on Daytime after this quick break, so stay tuned. Rogers TV connects with and engages our audience while you effectively promote your business with high-frequency exposure at the lowest industry rate. Rogers TV provides a unique marketing strategy that reflects your business with the best match from our program lineup. We offer several promotional opportunities from TV ads to on-air guest appearances to social media and to the web. Go to rogerstv.com/promote your business for more information. Promote your business on Rogers TV.
My work begins long before the cameras start rolling. It starts even before I walk through the door. My work starts with you.
Talk local,
let's talk.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Well, welcome back to Daytime Now. Toronto Kids Fest is almost here, and we're celebrating by having Pedalheads bike camps in. Please help me welcome Matt Tribe. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi.
Now, you brought in some really cool, nifty things. Love that. We're going to talk about bike safety.
Yes.
Okay, so what are some of the common, I guess, mistakes that we make when it comes to child bike safety?
I would say a bike that doesn't fit properly and a helmet that doesn't fit properly.
Okay.
Which are the two main things that you need to be able to ride a bike.
Right. Okay, so let's say I've got a toddler. Like, how old of a kid could fit on this bike?
That probably up to about 6. I would say, depending on the seat height. Every kid's a little bit different. Sometimes they're taller, sometimes they're shorter. So, all depending on their height, that's how we basically choose a bike.
Okay. So when I'm looking at it, what am I supposed to be noticing in terms of where my child is leveled at to say, oh, it's maybe too big or a little too small?
Depending if the seat is all the way down and they can just touch the ground, that's totally fine. Then it gives them time to room to grow a little bit more.
Okay.
If they get on the bike and the seat's all the way down and they can't really touch the ground, it's probably too big.
Okay.
And kids' bikes come in a huge variety of sizes. So all the way from what a 3-year-old would ride all the way up until an adult-sized bike, and everything in between. So they can definitely choose those. Some of the other things to look for are if the bike has any padding or if they need anything else.
Padding on the seats, you mean?
Padding on the seats, sometime in the front in case they fall off.
Oh.
Kids tend to fall when they're learning how to ride a bike.
For sure.
So we want to try and minimize anything with that.
Okay.
And then some of the other things too is the kids got to like the bike.
That's true.
If they want to ride it, they're going to really want to enjoy it. So if the bike looks fun, you get a Toy Story bike here.
Yep.
And bikes come in all different brands and colors and sizes.
What about the training wheels? When are those a good idea?
Anytime a child's learning how to ride a bike, we try and get them to use training wheels. At Pedalheads, we try and get the training wheels off as soon as possible.
Okay. Why is that?
We have instructors there basically to help them all the way through, teaching them how to ride a bike. So the sooner we can get the training wheels off, the sooner they can stop relying on the training wheels, and then they have to actually be able to pedal and learn the balance on their own.
Balancing.
Yes.
That's scary.
It can be.
It can be.
We have some kids that get a little bit nervous, but that's the part of the excitement about Pedalheads is that the instructors are all there and they're all really excited to help the kids learn. And when there's a whole field full of kids learning how to ride a bike, they pick it up so quickly and they actually have a lot of fun. And not having the training wheels isn't so much of an issue then.
Right.
They don't even notice it.
Can you give us some tips or advice to parents who are trying to get their kids to ride the bike? Because you said that you provide some classes. So when you're teaching your kid to ride a bike for the first time, what should you do?
I think the biggest thing is to make sure that they know that you're there to help them. There's always that mentality people have of the parent just throwing the kid down. But realistically, if you're there with them, running beside them, and making them excited to do it, and then showing them too that you want to ride the bike with them, so that they know that we can go on family bike rides and we can do all kinds of different things.
Like, when do you know when to let go? Because that's I think the typical thing that I remember is, okay, I was on my bike and my dad was supposedly there with me, holding me up or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'm on the floor because he just let go. How do you know when to do that?
The biggest thing is sort of testing the waters. A lot of times when we're teaching the children to ride, we'll hold onto the shoulders or hold onto the handlebars and help them. And you start to get a sense of when you're not really having to do a lot to hold them up. They're starting to learn their balance. When they start to get that, then it's just a matter of sort of light touch on the shoulders, and then eventually they just keep pedaling.
And do you tell the child, okay, I'm letting go now, or just let it happen and let go?
We usually will let them know that maybe this time, because we basically take turns the whole day when we're teaching the kids. So we'll say, you know, maybe this time I think it's time to actually try riding without me holding on to you. And some kids are really excited about it. The first day they get there, they're like, I just want you to let go.
Nice.
And they have no balance at all. But some of them are really timid. And those are the ones that you want to make it exciting. You want to have the other kids help encourage them. For parents, basically, it's letting them know that if they do start to fall, that you're going to be there to catch them.
Right,
So
and not to worry.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess that's where the helmets come in.
Yeah.
All right. So you brought a variety. Are they different helmets?
Yeah. So actually, 2 of these are mine. These are adult-sized helmets, and then we also have some children's-sized
Y'all look
helmets.
so itty-bitty.
I don't have a very big head.
Oh, that's true too.
so that might change things too.
Okay.
But yeah, for kids, it's making sure that the helmets are the proper size.
Okay. So I'm obviously going to look at this. So what are the features on this one? What makes this so great?
Basically, other than the fun colors, you want to have a helmet that has a good hard foam. There shouldn't be any cracks or any scratches on it. This helmet's been well used in the past. If you fall and you hit your head, you really want to make sure you take a look at the helmet to make sure it's nice and safe.
Okay.
In terms of choosing a helmet, it should have some padding inside of it. A lot of the helmets now have these on the back.
What is that?
It tightens it down.
Okay.
And make sure that the helmet's going to fit nice and snug on top of your head. And then also, too, to make sure that the straps are able to tighten properly.
Yeah, so when do you know, I was going to ask, like, if it's too tight?
Basically, when we're fitting a helmet, our very first day of camp, we do something called the 4 S's of helmet safety. And that's really teaching the kids how to put their helmet on and make sure that it's on properly. So the first S stands for stickers. So we want to make sure that our helmets have safety stickers on the inside.
Let's take a look at that. Yeah, a safety sticker. Okay.
So safety stickers on the inside, they should all have that. That way you know it's been past testing and that it's approved to use. The second thing is that when you put it on your head, it should be straight. So you want to make sure that the helmet sits on top of your head nice and straight.
Okay.
So that one probably won't fit on your head
No,
too
it's
well.
okay.
I can put it on mine.
Sure.
So when you put it on, it should fit nice and straight. If it's tilted off to the side, which we see all the time.
Really?
You don't want to see that, yes.
It does. Wait, does that mean it's too big or too small?
It can mean that it maybe just isn't fitted properly yet. So then the other thing is that you want to make sure it's snug. So when you shake your head, that it shouldn't fall off. So if a helmet's too big, it can fall off. And that's where these come into play. You can tighten this down and make it nice and snug on top of your head. And then the last thing is just making sure that the straps are done up properly. A lot of times we see the straps way down here, and the helmet's falling off backwards, and that's not
useless.
safe at all. Yeah. So basically, when the helmet is on, it should be comfortable, it should be straight, and it shouldn't move around when you shake your head.
Okay.
So
I do that with my motorcycle helmet.
Exactly.
Is it the same thing?
It's exactly the same thing. And basically, a motorcycle helmet's just going to be a lot tougher and a lot
heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are very lightweight. It almost feels like it's a fake helmet.
That's the foam, and helmets have gotten better and better over time. The lighter the helmet doesn't necessarily mean it's any less safe. If it's got the safety sticker, it means it's safe especially for a child's bike. It's going to be safe for a child to wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you going to be doing at Toronto Kids Fest?
Basically, we're going to be out promoting our summer camp programs. Pedalheads runs a weekly summer camp all summer. We have 10 different locations throughout Toronto, and our whole goal is teaching kids how to ride bikes safely and with a lot of fun. So,
are you going to be doing any demos on site?
We will have a couple little bikes there. I think we're going to try and get some of the kids pedaling and seeing how fast they can pedal. We do have some trivia, see if they know the rules of the road.
Oh, can you ask me? Okay, what's a trivia, really quickly?
What side of the road do you have to ride on?
The right side.
There you go.
Woo!
Do you know your hand signals?
No. Well, maybe.
Okay, what is a stop signal?
Wait, what do you mean?
When you're riding a bike, you got to have a hand signal to make sure you know when to stop.
Like that? Stop?
It's actually like this. But you got to use the other hand.
Oh!
And now do you know why you use that hand?
No.
It's so that cars can see you.
There you go.
Yes. So that's
Thank
stop.
you so much, Matt.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We have lots more for Kids Fest coming up after this quick break, so come on back. Halal certified Paramount Fine Foods is founded on fresh and healthy Middle Eastern Mediterranean cuisine. Paramount Fine Foods. The difference is paramount.
This is City Report. It's time to think about getting active. The Spring-Summer 2013 edition of the Active Mississauga Recreation Guide is now on the shelves at the city's libraries and community centers. Check out all the great programs available to you. From floor hockey to salsa dancing, there's an activity for every member of your family. Online registration starts on February 23rd. For more info, visit mississauga.ca/recreation and parks. And Celebration Square is a place for indie music this Friday night. Skate on the rink and relax with some great tunes at Video Jam Friday, presented by Dixie Outlet Mall. On Friday, February 22nd at 8 p.m., enjoy an indie mixtape featuring your favorite indie music acts. So lace up your skates and hit the square. While you're there, grab a snack from Sea Cafe Rinkside. For more information, visit mississaugacelebration.ca. Get your city news 24/7 at mississauga.ca. I'm Nilson Derine. Thanks for watching.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Now we get to play a little bit. Please help me welcome Pamela. She's from Active Bodies, Active Minds. And again, it's all for Kids Fest that's happening actually at the International Center this weekend.
Correct.
How are you, Pamela?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Now I get to just have some fun here. What are we going to start with first?
So these are just some of the contents within some of our 6 learning stations.
Okay.
And I brought some of the content from our more popular sites.
Oh, okay.
So this is from our doctor's office.
Okay.
And in our doctor's office, we have various posters that will show you different parts of the body.
Okay.
Where the children can actually continue with the role play, and they actually get to learn as they're playing.
So you get to learn the anatomy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So next to you, you'll see some x-ray images.
Yes, which I found really gross, I have to say. How do I know if it's upside down or not?
Just there you go. So it shows you on the skeleton.
You're smart. It actually shows you.
Absolutely. And
Look
if you
at
put
that.
it against this, you
Okay.
can actually see all the detail.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let's move this out of the way.
Absolutely.
Okay. Does it have to be turned on or anything?
Not at all. Just to put it against so you can actually see. So the children have the opportunity to actually see what's inside their body.
Ugh.
And educate them. And they get to actually role play with their parent or older sibling because they have that interaction all in that booth.
Yeah, you have a fractured tibula.
That's correct.
Wow, I have no idea what I just said at all. Wow. I was just going to say, isn't that in the leg? It is. Okay, so that's interesting. And do you have another one?
We do.
Wait. No, I want to see another piece of the bone. Okay. What is this?
So this is your knee.
A knee?
Don't break it. So here you're going to see all the joints, etc. And then we have, again, all in our booth where the children can actually learn it through different posters.
Yeah.
They get to actually try on skeleton parts. So they actually see it on their body and they get to see it in the mirror.
You're kidding.
So very neat experience for everyone, both the young and the old.
And informative.
Absolutely. That's our dedication, to ensure that while you're playing, you're learning. And
Which
it's
is
fun.
important. You're building the brain. I like that, both creatively and logically. All right. So what other game is there?
So another very popular station is our restaurant. So in our restaurant, we're focusing on our food groups, identifying with what they are, awareness of healthy habits. So we do.
You know what else you could throw in there? Etiquette.
Well, actually, we have a segment. We have a poster on there.
See?
We do.
We're on the same wavelength here.
It's all about education.
Right? In all areas. I like
Absolutely.
that. Okay.
So here, the children, for the younger ones, they're absolutely going to love making up their actual dishes. So we have a breakfast where they get to coordinate, our cereal bowls.
Okay.
We've got a healthy completion here of our fruits.
Yeah, it's a strawberry. Like, is that a strawberry? It's a strawberry.
It's a strawberry.
I need to take your class.
And then, of course, we've got our bacon and eggs. So we have different ones all set up, identifying for the supper time, from breakfast to lunch.
And then the food groups. So these are the fruits,
That's right.
these are your vegetables, protein, etc.
That's right. And then they get to prepare a meal for themselves or for their parents.
Like actually cook?
Well, with our exampled food, of course.
Oh, okay. So what is this guy? There was much debate on this yellow thing.
So that would be the non-so-healthy food group.
Oh.
That would be the French fries.
French fry. Of course, I picked the French fry.
And then we can sort actually even by color or by the food group. All the above. So we actually have all these stations, and then they can go, for the little guys, again, they get to identify by color coordination. For the older ones, again, they're going to be preparing that meal, so they're going to be putting in the vegetable, the grain.
Yeah, you were going to get me to do something.
Well, you could prepare me a meal. No.
What would you like? I'll whip it up.
Anything that your heart's content.
Seriously? I will make you a pumpkin squash.
Excellent.
Okay.
And that would go into our
fruit?
Produce? Absolutely.
Okay, produce. Fruit. Oh, sorry, no vegetable. Fruit. Okay, so with that, I will make you a stir fry with peppers and carrots.
Excellent.
Do you have onions?
We're all out.
And I'll take the broccoli then.
Okay.
There we go. And I'll put that in the produce.
Excellent.
Yes? Okay.
That works.
And then for dessert.
Very important meal for me.
I think so.
For me it is.
I will make you a baked cookie.
Excellent.
Okay, because I don't want to be totally healthy. And I will give you, this is ice cream.
Alamo.
And then later on I'll give you tangerine / orange just to make it look healthy. How does that look?
Fantastic.
And this goes in the junk category.
We'll put that in there.
And we'll put that in there. Okay, I like
That's
that.
fantastic.
Okay.
And then out of our learning stations, we also have more high activity areas, one of which is our track area. So in our track area, we have several plasma cars, which are these wonderful creations.
Okay.
And the children are actually going around a track area. And we've got actual signs, we've got street lights, all where they're learning all the good, healthy awareness of road safety.
Right, so what stop sign looks like.
Absolutely.
Yield.
Yeah, one's there too. Crosswalk.
Really? Pedestrians crossing.
That's right.
You're kidding.
And we've also got a gas station area. So let's get them pumping now.
I like that.
Again, to embed that whole role-playing creation.
And everyone getting gas is miserable because the prices are
Keeps
so
going up.
expensive.
So take out that credit card. No. So that's there as well. And then we also have an activity area where they get to learn astronomy.
Ooh.
So on here, you actually get to learn your weight, different facts about the different planets.
Okay.
And that's all set up in our school area.
So the weight, does that obviously goes in pounds, but do you, for kilograms to do the conversion?
They will do the
teach them
conversion
that?
for you.
You're kidding.
Yeah, this beautiful little mat will do that for you, not me.
I like that. And then, of course, it's telling you where Jupiter is and Mars.
Correct.
Does it tell you about the planets as well?
It does. It gives you fun facts all about it. And you can actually take a journey. So you can go around space with it, and you're going to go planet hopping, if you will, from planet to planet, learning different things and facts about them.
That is amazing. Why was this, I guess, concept so important for you?
It was really important to me as a parent especially that the children had a better experience with play. It's not just about the high activity. It's important, but it's also fun to learn as you're playing. So we wanted to incorporate that, and we wanted something that was very interactive. So our environment is actually set up like a kids museum. So the children are always learning as they're interacting. So it's very fun. There's lots of creativity and interaction, both for the young right up to age 10.
Great. And so when is Kids Fest taking place?
This weekend.
What time?
Gosh, the time I don't remember, but the 17th
You'll be there all day.
That's right.
Okay, wonderful. One last tip before we go. What would that be to parents?
To parents? Yeah. To get involved. To play with your children. They love it. It is so important. And it's such a great time between the two of you.
Wonderful. So have fun, stay interactive, and you could learn from like the simplest things.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your long Family Day weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
Rogers TV, Mississauga.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line at 905-897-3994 or email us your comments.
This is Rogers TV, Mississauga.